It's another day of challenging in my sleep, but I did get some sleep, thank God. And the title for today's talk is Getting Through This Challenge. The possibility of becoming homeless overwhelms me. I realize it is only a potential, albeit one in which the criminal courts play a huge role in alignment with the banks that are even more criminal in nature. Of course, one cannot do anything without the other. Truly, it is a conspiracy to defraud. If we would all wake up, they could never get away with it. But most are lulled to sleep. Oh, I didn't put R. I gotta change that. I put most A, lulled to sleep. Most are lulled to sleep with the endless brainwashing programs of the cabal. Some even buy the lie that to resist the evil empire is to strengthen it. I don't know how they came up with that, but many believe it. In any case, I'm taking steps that will hopefully liberate me so that I can focus on something else. We all need to pray for each other. Indeed, I would have started this video around 4 o'clock, which was my intention, but I started reading some of the comments on the video from yesterday, and it went over a little bit. So I have 5 o'clock. I'm supposed to go at the gym. It'll be my first time back to the gym since I've had this pain in my arm, which has alleviated some. So I think the prayers are starting to work, but it's still not where I'd like it to be. In any case, people are arguing from a position that banks actually lend money. No, they don't. They do not lend money. They create money out of thin air. It didn't exist until it was borrowed. That's the way the system works, and it's time for everyone to get it through our heads that the monetary system has been taken over by criminals. As I said, the courts are run by those criminals, but it's the banking establishment at the highest levels of banking in the world that have created the fraud that has enslaved humanity. And until we realize that and deal with it, that challenge is going to exist for all of us. We need to understand that the only entity that can create money out of thin air lawfully is governments. And they do that without interest to anybody. It's simply the currency that Abraham Lincoln created, the greenbacks, as I've said. I think I've said that in other videos. And the nation thrived for a while after the greenbacks were introduced, until the bankers took it back in and forced the hand of the governments and stuff like that to borrow the money from individual powerful bankers, the Rothschild family, the Warburgs, the Rothschilds, the Warburgs, the Rockefellers, and other people of that ilk that wanted to control the world, and it was an evil empire, and it was all based on the monetary system being created under interest. Interest was forbidden. Even Judaism forbid interest. And most of the world religions forbid interest. That's the monetary system. The interest money is never created. So there's always going to be increasing indebtedness, making the value of our so-called money less and less and less. It buys less and less and less, and you need more and more and more of it to not even survive. If you use real money, that is gold and silver, the value of that money doesn't change. It still stays pretty much the same without inflation or deflation and all of the mechanisms that are being used. But getting through the court system is going to be an interesting challenge for me. It was pointed out to me, a few things were pointed out to me. One, two people have borne witness to the possibility of making the records simply disappear, so that they don't even pull them up, that they don't find them. And others have pointed out that in Florida there are homestead laws that protect especially the elderly, but everyone. That's why I forget who they used as an example in that. commentary that that one man went and moved to Florida because his homestead could not be taken. It was a famous case in the United States, and he bought a Florida residence so that and made that his homestead so that he wouldn't lose that. There are strong homestead laws in Florida, and they're trying to force not only me as a homesteader, but they're trying to force me as a senior citizen out onto the streets. And that's not going to fly, according to some people. It just isn't going to happen. But other people are insisting that because there was a real loan, which there never was, that I'm not going to be, that my defenses are not going to be entertained. The other thing that that has been interesting is I was put in touch with someone that listened by someone who listened to one of my previous videos recently, with a retired attorney here in Florida, who I spent over 2 hours on the phone with, and I'm going to be assisted pro bono. So didn't even have to hire an attorney. God provided an attorney to come to me to help me, and I will be dealing more with this individual today. I will be sending documents that that have been requested, and show some of the things that prove my point and prove my case. And I again get very frustrated with the people that keep arguing in defense of the current system. The current system, again, is a slavery system. It is a fictional system. That's why they use the all caps names. That's why they don't deal with real people. Natural people have natural rights. But a legal fiction has no rights except the rights granted by the fictional governments and the fictional corporations that own the fictional governments and own the fictional banks and own the fictional everything that try to control the world. This is an evil empire that has to be brought to its knees, and the awakening cannot occur on a worldwide level where we're all liberated and set free as long as this current system remains intact. And we have to lay the axe at the root of this horrific tree, which is not the tree of life. It's a tree of death. It's a tree of deception. It's a tree of control. It's a tree that enslaves all of the beings upon it, including those that are playing the dark roles. It enslaves everyone because only the truth can set us free. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free is a biblical adage, but it is a universal adage. Only truth can liberate us. And the lies of the current system have been an enslavement mechanism from the beginning, from the get-go when they first developed them. And these are the things that have to be stopped. These are the things that have to change in order for humanity to be liberated, in order for the kingdom of heaven to fully manifest on earth, where everyone is blessed with the opportunity of becoming his or her best they can be. And a lot of healing will take place when that happens. A lot of the cataclysms and the other traumas that have been brought on the face of the earth will be diminished and perhaps eventually cease to be altogether. And it will be paradise again. That's the promise. That's the promise. And to me, I've lived with that vision for all of my life. That's why I do these daily videos. That's why I do what I do. That's why I had the Mary Horgan Center for Spiritual Development. And I had meetings until my family moved in here and prevented me from having meetings here anymore. But I am going to downsize my home as soon as I can possibly do it. But I want to get paid for the house that I'm living in, not them buying it for $100 and making a claim. But give me I'll sell it for $50,000. It's worth $100 and something thousand dollars. But I'm willing to sell it for $50,000 to PNC Bank or to anybody else that's trying to make a claim. Anyway, thank you for listening, and namaste.